Taurus, you guys are next for a general relationship read. So here we go. We need lights. Let's stick here. Okay, here we go. So, Taurus, like I said, this is your general relationship read. So before we get into the details of the message, let's pray. Great Creator, Father God, Divine Mother, Mother Mary, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, I just pray and ask for wisdom and clarity and for any messages needed to come through with the collective sign of Taurus for this, the general relationship read. In Jesus' name. So there's no timestamp on this message. Whenever you're led to the message is exactly when you needed to hear it. General relationship read can pick up relationship with path ahead, relationship with yourself, friends, family, co-workers. Could be a romantic relationship. Can pick up many different relationships, and since I've started these, I've seen many different relationship pop up. So here we go. One more shuffle. Start out with the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. 14. That's reduces down to number 5, which number of change. This is kind of going with the flow. But it's about living your life, experiencing new things, and just really broadening your horizons. I feel like many masks, the authentic self. 38 reduces down to 11, which is angelic number. This is really about being protected, about embracing your authentic self and being angelically protected and being able to do so. You may have had to really have been pushed and pulled in different directions, like you had to be this, you had to be that. Now, since you've kind of released everything and going with the flow, be yourself. Be yourself, honestly. If this is going to turn out to be a relationship with yourself, hey, I don't feel like that. I feel like we may be heading that direction, but it could be. We'll see what's happening here. Enchanted Map Oracle. Here we go. Rescue, 16 reduces down to 7. Number of creation. You're rescuing yourself. You know that, right? And see, that's the thing now. The rescue, see how they're like on this floating island where they're away from other people, but at the same time, do they need rescued? Mountain, number 6 card. 6 is human number. It's about social circle, connected. Mountain talks about obstacles, and you'll figure out how to get around the obstacles. Listening. 53 card, 5 and 3 reduces down to 8, which is new beginnings. This is about listening to your intuition, listening to your guides, listening to where you're being led, which direction you're being led to. Encouragement, 59 or 54 reduces down to 9, completion. Encouragement, I love this card too. Isn't that so cute? This is so awesome. Be open for that encouragement as well and give that encouragement. And commitment, 36, there's another 9. Commit to living your life authentic to you. And I feel like this is a relationship with yourself read. I feel like that's what's... So let's go to the tarot and see if the same theme plays out here. one more shuffle. Three of Pentacles. Empress. 2 3s. Five of Cups. 7 of Cups. Knight of Swords. This is about you. 3 of Cups. 3 3s. Eight of Wands. 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles and the Sun. Yes, I will say right now, if you stop listening to the read, like right now, like absolutely, because I will tell you something that's going to be the wisdom for this entire read. You do you. You do you, boo. You're good. Because trust me, you've been through it. You do you. 3 of Pentacles. This is working in cooperation with others. Now watch this. Empress. Mother of the Tarot. You could have been like being a mother to other people, taking care of other people, and really spending a lot of time doing that. But at the same time, this is about birthing something new into your life, birthing a new life for yourself. Because you've gone, and I feel like you've gone from this to it's time for you to kind of, that's the thing, that's what it is. Kind of branch out on your own. Maybe time to leave a nest that you've been in, or, you know, time to spread your wings. This could even be on the workplace, could be family, but it could be like you're living with friends and you just, it's time to go off on your own. It could be career where you worked together, like had a business with other people, and it's time for you to go solo, like you're going a different direction. How many bands have done that? To where it's like, well, I feel like music is heading that way. Like, I feel like my desire is, you know, to play this type of music and to go this way. And the other members of the band's like, no, but I want to go this way. And then they end up, excuse me, going to solo careers and like slamming it out of the park. Like a band will go different directions, and then their solo careers or their solo projects, which the other bands contributes like it's huge to music, and it just being like top albums because they've now split apart. But this is about really taking the initiative and just being like, I want this for my life. Now, this is the thing, is that 5 of Cups, and I want to say this, like 5 of Cups pops up, like right here, after birthing something new into your life. Now, what I'm getting is that this is past energy. Now, let's do this. The reason you've come up to the point where you're like, I want something different in my life is because of all of this stuff that's happened in the past. 5 of Cups is taking a step back into nostalgia that's yesterday, and you're taking a look into yesterday to answer your questions or really get direction and heal the past. What ends up happening is that so many options, there's confusion in the past. So there was this decision that you have taken, Knight of Swords, decisive action to get away from something. What you decided to get away from is this. Third party energies. The last straw was something that came in. This is 8 of Wands. News coming in. Now, you've taken the decisive action to get away from this because you're tired of this. You may have had continual cycles that third-party energy. Now, I'm going to say this, okay? Third-party doesn't necessarily mean infidelity. It doesn't. Third-party energy could be friends, family, career, jobs, anything that becomes emotionally invested into the emotional connection you have with someone else, or an intimate connection you have with someone else. They become emotionally invested in it. The reason they become emotionally invested in it is because the door was open for it to happen. Even in infidelity, where a third party's involved, there's a door that's opened. Let's just say your family's getting involved in a connection you have with someone else. The door was open somewhere. So you've opened the door by continuing to keep contact with them because it is family, so you don't know how to handle that situation, but the door has been creaked open a little bit, but at the same time they've taken advantage of it and come further in. So third party energies, you're tired of this. This is what you've dealt with in the past, and you've made a decision on walking away from this. This news comes in. Eight of Wands. It's incoming news. I love this. Incoming messages. That leads to this. Ten of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. This is so much love being poured into you. So much happiness. So much fulfillment being poured into you. It's like it overflows into 10 cups. Then you got 10 of Pentacles. Resources. Abundance. Long-term stability. Putting money away for future generations. Last card. Happiest card in the deck. The Sun. This is about your relationship with you. This is what this is about. This is taking the initiative and going in the direction that makes you happy. Like I said, you do you, boo. Do you. Because there's confusion around all of this, and it's like other people have crossed your path, wanting to take advantage of you, wanting to, yeah. Okay, you don't want me to pull additional cards from the tarot. Okay. All right, so we're going to Divine Abundance. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. So first is Divine Abundance. We'll go there. Sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. This is about just giving over all of this to God and just going, I'm not, like, I'm just going to pursue, my own happiness. I'm just going to live my life. I'm just going to be me, truthfully me. This is offering all of this up. And it goes back to the Lord's Prayer, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Then there's a couple of belief systems, spiritual belief systems, where the darkness is thrown to the light and light is pulled down to replace where the void where the darkness was. So it's really sending all of this negativity to the light and replacing the void where the negativity was with light. And I really feel like that's a druid. Yeah, it's Path of the Golden Dawn. It's like druid, belief. But it goes along the same line of like as above, so below, the Lord's Prayer, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. All of it, like, it's just replacing darkness with light, and it's throwing the darkness into the light and then replacing the void that was left behind by the darkness with light. This is really about, when you do that, you ascend. Like, this is about really vibrating higher than your circumstances around you. And this could be why this element was really attracted to you, because not that you weren't vibrating high enough, but it was the fact that you didn't think you deserved to vibrate high enough. It was almost like you look at it like classes. like a structural class. Where spiritually, it's not like that. Spiritually, it's not like the physical 3D societal classes. It's not like that. So, spiritually, it's not about. We'll break it down. It's not about, like, I'm from the hood. Like, when I was in school, in high school, this is kind of funny. Not kind of funny, but, kind of funny. I was in high school, when I was in high school, like, 80s, late 80s. Early 90s, not even early 90s, 90 to late 80s. Anyway, like, I was from one side of town, and if, like, there was a guy that I went to high school with, a little flirtation that happened, and it didn't really go anywhere because he was from the better side of town. So it's kind of like that. Like, it's almost like you're attracting these people in because spiritually, you feel like I'm not worth anything better than that, but it's just this. It's a mental programming that you have to really throw into the light too and replace it with more light. Throw that, because that's not true. And that's why the encouragement card comes in, and it's number 54, which reduces down to 9, because I feel like that's going to be a completion of that cycle for you. Encourage yourself. And even with the social classes, like, that was an old, twisted belief system. It was like old, that doesn't even matter either. But anyway, but throw all of that into the light and really use this to ascend higher, get to a higher place. Delusion, intention without surrender can be a vast path to delusion. I feel like that's the belief I just said. That you feel like you didn't deserve more than this, like you were stuck in this cycle. But you're taking divisive action to get away from it. And you're embracing this happiness. This could even be, and I feel like that's what it is. Well, you're embracing your authentic self, but at the same time, it's like, I can make myself happy on my own. A divine love, when you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. Absolutely. This is being your own companion. And this is really seeing yourself through the eyes of the great creator. And when you realize how much of a treasure you are, Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta, when you realize of the sacrifice that Jesus made for us, you realize how much God's love for us is. You will demand more. You'll demand more. You'll demand more of yourself. You'll demand more from other people. Worth. Yes, you have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. Absolutely. You have the Spirit of God within you. You are a clay pot made of the earth, but you have the Spirit of God within you. Creative Logos, Spirit of God. Flow. There's that card. Allow me to divine to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Just go with the flow. Just go ahead and ride the wave. That's all you gotta do. Now, that one? Okay. Now we're going to go to shamanic medicine. Well, shamanic medicine cards. Okay. What is the old saying too? And I love this saying. I could do bad all on my own, and I could do good all on my own. Absolutely. Okay. Fire, passion. I feel like this is what it's going to take for you to get, like, this passionate desire for, like, a lust for life. Like, I feel like that. Like a lust for, not even a lust, but a thirst for something more. Very adventurous spirit that's coming out, that's emerging. Water, expression. Absolutely. This is really finding your the flow of your life and where your individual river is flowing. And if you see that, there's a figure that's made of water. This is really embracing and healing. It's about healing too. Really embracing, processing the moments that have happened in your life, the emotions that you have, and really going through and healing this past energy. Plant medicine, truth. So you have earth energy too. This is your guys' energy. Earth, water, fire. Staff, foundations. This is guidance. And really going back to who you are. That's your authentic self. A structure. Shaman, completion. That's completing this cycle. Like, it's going to be closing out. It's going to be closing out. Like, you're not dealing with this stuff anymore. You're not going to be dealing with it anymore. Because this is a growth period for you. And offerings wealth. Yeah. This is sending all that negativity to the light and receiving light in return. But it's about abundance too. And if you noticed, this is what I noticed in Sagittarius's read. I believe it was Sagittarius's read or Leo's read. You see this? Leo's read. It was Leo. Now, you have 3 elements here, okay? But you actually have the 4th element here too. And I'll show you. Earth element, which is your guys' sign, water and fire. You have the 4th one. What happens with these 2? Fire and water. Steam. Air. So you have the 4th element. You have to, though, combine these 2. Use your emotions where you are guided emotionally, the fluid of your life where you're being drawn with your heart to fuel your passion, and that's where the air element's going to come of action. But stay grounded. Stay rooted and grounded. Okay, is that the last deck? Oh, that's right, I was going to pull that one. Okay. Self-care. Let's do the self-care deck. All right. Okay, one more shuffle here. I haven't used this deck in a while. I really like this deck. Very beautiful deck. All the decks are. Family, 23. 2 and 3 is 5. Now, see, that's the thing, too. And that's funny. That's funny. As soon as I pulled the card, it was 23, 23 on the time. Oh, that's hilarious. Synchronicities, man. So, listen. By really embracing and taking charge and finding the joy and happiness in your life, this is going to change even a relationship with your family. Like, it's going to be bonding for your family. This could be even bringing in new soul family too, additions to your family, because that's what ends up happening too. Family isn't just who we are blood related to. So this is bringing new people in to your social circle, to your soul family, because you're going to radiate this light and this joy, and it's going to be calling in those that vibrate at the same level. 21, drink tea. This is about relaxation and about meditation. And really taking care of your health. There's healing properties in tea. Many different types of teas, let me tell you. But this is taking care of you. Intuition, 28, absolutely. 28 reduces down to 10. That's closing out of a cycle. You have like 3 10s here. 4 10s, I think. closing out of cycles, beginning of new cycles. But this is when you get away from this and you start healing, your intuition's going to be kicked up. It is. And you see this card. I love this card. Third eye opening. And then you get this, like, the different images of her within herself. You're going to be able to get to know yourself better. Burning bowl ritual, number 7. That's where the healing comes in. 7 is number of creation. This is basically writing down past pains, letters to past people, letters to yourself, letters to your younger self, and really writing this down and burning it and having a ritual behind it where you're closing the door to these things. Especially if someone has passed on, something's happened with them, like there was stuff that was left unsaid, like, or you can't go to them yourself and say it. By burning it and really speaking your truth in the letter, by burning it, you're closing the door and saying, I've spoken my truth, now I can move on. And it's symbolic. It's basically like symbolic of cutting the cords. Okay. And connect with the earth, 13. There's the staying grounded. It goes back to truth. Okay, so for the collective sign of Taurus, I'm not done yet, okay? Magical Times Empowerment Oracle deck, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm good, I'm listening. Okay, so rebirth. No matter what happens, you can find new wings, rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming, like a phoenix from the ashes. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful. Power. Call upon the elements. Like I said, all 4 elements here. Focus your intentions. The greatest dragon is within you. Power to move forward. Close the door to the past. Really do that ritual of cutting cords. Elegance. It's found in the beauty of nature. The lotus waiting to bloom. Be the swan on the water and glide. Swans, too, are very symbolic of love. Romance. Is that the last one from the top? Okay. Adversity. See the gifts and challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. Absolutely. So you've gone through many storms. Now's the time to just kind of take a break, learn from what you've gone through, and grow. Like, I feel like this is going to be a growth period for you. This is your relationship with you and being authentically who you are. Mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. This is about forgiving at a distance. This does not mean to remove your boundaries and reconnect with people that aren't good for you. That's not what this means. This means set up the boundaries, absolutely. But send love to them, send light to them, even just through prayer. Like, you don't have to speak to them again. But this is forgiving them at a distance and releasing it. But you forgive others not for them. You forgive others for yourself. That's why you forgive them. So this isn't like going after them or anything. This is releasing that and letting it go. Okay, now we're done. All right. So for the collective sign of Taurus, this is your general relationship read. Love and light.